from Wonder Birthing, and this is a two-part video series all about birth planning. So this is part one. If you are here, you're in the right place. If you're watching this and you've already watched part two, no worries. Part one is all about dreaming and being and writing down your ideal birth story. So that is all about your ideal birth plan. What would be in your ideal birth? It's really, really important to think about everything that is going to make up your dream birth. Now, lots of people say, oh, well, that's just ridiculous. You shouldn't even have a birth plan, let alone why would you dream about your ideal, most beautiful birth in the world? Why would you do that? Because it's never going to happen. Everything goes out the window. That's what everyone says. I'm sure if you're pregnant and you've tried to talk to someone about birth plans, then this is what they have said. But that is crap, total crap. Don't listen to them and get writing birth plans. Okay, I usually recommend, and in part two of this video thing, I usually recommend that people write at least 3 birth plans, okay? Because I also find that as people explore their options, they ask questions, they're learning constantly about what their environment is going to support them to do, what their body is more, able to do. They really start to learn lots as well. So it's a really great educating process, I find, writing birth plans. So back to what this video is all about. And it is all about dreaming and writing down your ideal birth. So as a doula and a childbirth educator, it's one of my first questions that I ask people, what would their ideal birth look like? So I want you to now have a quick think about that. Take a few moments, press pause on the video if you need to, which is probably a good idea to be honest. Press pause, and I want you to visualize, sit back, close your eyes, and really think about what your ideal birth is going to look like. Now, just before you switch off, I don't want you to say, well, I was in early stages of labor for 4.5 hours and then I went to the hospital and I was 6 centimeters dilated. I don't want to know that type of stuff. That's not your ideal birth, okay? That might be your ideal birth, but that's not how you want to think about it. You want to think about your ideal birth as being how you felt. What did it smell like? What did the room look like? How was your partner? Was your partner right there next to you? Did you have any other support in the room, like a doula? Did you have someone photographing, oh my gosh, sorry. Did you have a birth photographer or someone photographing your birth? Think about all that sort of stuff. Who's in the room? How do you feel? That's really key. When your baby came out, were they put on your chest? Did you, look into their eyes? How did you feel? Did you cry? Were you just so overwhelmed and elated that you just, couldn't even speak? That's the stuff I want you to write down and think about now. So press pause and come back when you're done. Okay. So welcome back. I hope you did do that little exercise. If you didn't, then definitely try and do it in the next couple of days because it's really, really important. So now that you've got your ideal birth, now start thinking about how you can write your birth plan to support that. Okay, so birth plans, 1 page only, A4, only 1 page. Things to consider, who's in the room, what you're going to do, things you're going to bring in to support you. If you're having a home birth, what are you doing at home? Are you going to have a birth pool? If you're birthing in a hospital, do you have access to water, birth pool? Is there like an ensuite shower where you can use the hose and things like that? That's the sort of stuff that you want to think about and how you're going to use those things in the environment to support you to have your ideal birth. Now also just on, you know, if you have seen anything about wonder birthing and stuff I do, like I love affirmations, and this is really tied in dreaming about your ideal birth, and it's really tied in with affirmations. But I also just want to address those people that might be thinking, oh, this is just some hippy dippy stuff, and you know, this is just crap. No one visualizes something and then it comes true. Well, actually, that's not true. If you think about top athletes and, you know, all those incredible women and men that break the world records all the time, they visualize themselves winning that race. They visualize themselves. They repeat affirmations to themselves all the time. I am the fastest. I am the best. All that sort of stuff. So why, when it's looked at during birth, is it viewed as a hippy dippy sort of thing? Affirmations are becoming much more mainstream, particularly in the last 6 to 7 years I've been working in birth. I have seen them come into more around, just not around hypnobirthing courses. But I just really want to, you know, challenge, if you've started watching this and you're like, oh, I'm not going to do that, do it. It's really powerful. And if it's good enough for an Olympic athlete, then it's definitely good enough for you to do. Okay, so that's the end of part 1, birth plans. Dream, write down, visualize your ideal birth, and then start looking at that ideal birth and pick out the things that you need to put in your birth plan. Okay, so number 2 is coming up next. I'll be looking at what if things don't start not to go to plan, how you deviate from your birth plan, and then also about putting in different types of birth plans for if a situation pops up or something happens towards late in pregnancy where you may need to change your birth plan, and giving you the confidence to know that you can still have a wonderful birth even if your birth doesn't go to plan. Okay, it's Amelia from Wonder Birthing, and I'll catch you later. Bye.